When you look at the infrastructure and the compute infrastructure, what percentage is being used for inference versus training, right? In other words, because what we talked about when we did our prep call is we talked about how the numbers are going to be inverted in the next several years, right?
Yeah.
You have this very small percentage of inference and a much greater percentage. So tell me what those numbers look like, or what those percentages, or if you want to qualify that market.
Right. I think today bulk of the compute, AI compute today is still pre-training, right? Just because that's where you need a lot of compute. You just need a lot of raw compute. We haven't still found the real killer application that proliferates across enterprises and proliferates across the broader ecosystem on the inferencing side just yet. It's coming. I mean, it's absolutely coming, but we are not fully there yet, right? So I would say today pre-training and training is probably 80% and inference is 20%. I've heard numbers as high as 40% on inference, and I'm not yet quite ready to believe that, but it's really about 80-20, call it 80-20, maybe 70-30. And that is going to flip over in a span of 5 to 7 years. It's going to be probably 5 years, 50-50. And anything beyond 5 years, 7 to 10 years is going to be 20-80 flipped over, right? So
that talks about just how much this market is going to grow and explode really in the coming years, because inference is the real application of these models, right?
Absolutely.
Getting the value from a large language model comes from inference. And inference compute costs right now, when it's tied to GPUs and it's tied to kind of, I want to say legacy infrastructure, but other models of compute, is going to be, as you say, significantly more expensive.
That's right.
Talking about, 1 or 2 orders of magnitude. As this evolves, there'll be this market force that's going to propel organizations like yours, or at least the adoption of inference as kind of a foundational architecture.
That's right. That's exactly